fourth graders. Welcome back to reading class. Happy Friday. I hope you have had a great week. This week we have been talking about integrating information from two texts. So what do you do when you have two texts to read that are similar, about similar topics, but not completely the same? So we talked about that when we're searching for information to solve a problem, you can either use one source for information, but sometimes it's more effective to use multiple sources. So to use an article in a book or an article online or something in a newspaper. And we talked about that examples of where to find this information would be in a book or a textbook, a newspaper article, sometimes a map, a diagram, a picture, or even a magazine article. And we said that when we use multiple sources to find different facts, we're going to answer a whole lot of questions versus just answering one question. And when we check multiple sources, we're less likely to find false information because when we're looking at two sources, we're double checking ourselves. When we read our two sources, we're going to compare and contrast them. So we're going to look at how are they the same and how are they different. So how are their illustrations the same or different, their descriptions, their procedures, their information, or even their point of view. And lastly, we talked about that when we are actually reading to compare and contrast them, we're going to follow some steps. So the first thing we would do if we were looking at these in school, if we had a piece of paper in front of us, we would number the passages, be able to keep them straight. Now this week when we worked in our Google Classroom, they were on slides, so they were already numbered for us, and that wasn't anything that we had to do. But if we were looking at them, if we had printed out the article, we could number them. We're going to determine the topic. So what is the article about? What is the website about? What is it telling me? We're going to think about the author's purpose. Are they trying to inform me? Are they trying to persuade me? We're going to look for ideas in both articles, both texts that are the same, and then look at ideas that are different. And we are going to make a chart to sort our thoughts, which we did on Tuesday and on Thursday, and we did together. So today, fourth graders, in your reading classroom, you are looking for something called Friday RI 4.9 assessment. That is the standard we are working on. So when you open it up, you will see that you have three passages, to read. And in each passage, you have two paragraphs. Now, they are going to both tell you information that is going to be similar, but it is going to be just a little bit different. So you're going to read both passages and answer the questions that go along with them. Now, the first two passages only have two questions, and the last passage has three questions. So make sure you are reading all of the passages, reading all your questions, and picking the answer that best fits the question. Make sure you answer all of the questions before you hit that submit button. And when you are done, make sure you come back and hit mark as done or submit so that your teacher knows you are finished. Good job, fourth graders. You have worked so hard this week and on the 100 days of school so far. So I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday.